Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the Performance Tool electric car jack. Now this is going to allow you to raise your vehicle up off the ground to make any emergency repairs such as a tire change. Now it's going to be powered by the 12 volt from your vehicle. We have the 12 volt hookup right here. We're going to show you how to use it in a minute with our sedan back here. Now you also want to keep in mind that this is rated for compact and mid-sized vehicles. It has a 4,000 pound weight capacity, so it's going to work well with those vehicles, but you want to stray away from the bigger vans and trucks. Now I have everything out here on my table that's going to come with your kit. Just want to give you a quick look at it before we show you it in action. And we have the jack right here along with the cord. This right here is going to be our emergency tool, so if for some reason the battery in our car is dead or something were to malfunction and our electric jack, we have this tool that we can use to still operate the jack. Now we're also going to have this very durable storage case. It's going to make for very easy storage. It's going to be able to fit in the trunk of our car or even under your seat. Now this cord is going to be 12 feet long, so it's going to be more than enough length for you to access, even if you only have one 12 volt in the center console of your vehicle, you'll still be able to access all four corners of your vehicle to make sure you get that tire changed and get back on the road. Now we'll go ahead and plug this in. What you're going to do is just open up the door, just find your nearest 12 volts and go ahead and plug it in. Now with our sedan right here, it's going to be right here in the center console, so we'll just plug that in. Now we can go back and operate the jack. Now before you operate the jack, it's important to make sure you find a flat surface for the jack to sit on. Obviously here in our garage, it's going to be flat enough, so we'll slide it under our vehicle. Now we also want to make sure that we find a solid part on the underneath of the car for the jack to make contact with. You want to make sure that it's more of the frame of the vehicle rather than any type of plastic trimming, because that could possibly just break and the vehicle won't be able to get up off the ground. Now in some cases your 12 volt may be operated by the battery without even having to turn on the ignition. However, if you don't see this blue light on and you have your 12 volt plugged in, you may need to just take your keys and turn the ignition on so that it can be operated. But once this blue light is on, we're ready to operate our jack. We have our two arrows on the remote, so we'll just click the up arrow and it'll start going into action. Now what we're going to do is get it up until it makes contact with the vehicle, and then we're going to adjust it to make sure it grabs on to the part we want. Now I've gone ahead and stopped it again so we can make sure that our top has made solid contact with the frame of our vehicle. Now from here we're going to start raising it and you're going to see the car lift up off the ground. Now that we have it raised high enough so that our tire can spin freely, we're ready to do any type of maintenance that needs to be done to the vehicle. Now something you do want to keep in mind is that the weight capacity does vary based on the extension of our jack. At its full 14-inch extension, it is going to have that 4,000 pound weight capacity, but as it gets lower in its extension, the weight capacity does go down as well. But at the same time, the jack's not going to be lifting the full weight of your vehicle. So if you do have a vehicle that weighs 4,000 pounds, it's not going to be lifting all 4,000 pounds. Now you can find the different weight capacities for the varying extensions of our jack on your owner's manual or here at etrailer. Now on the off chance that you do need to use your emergency tool to lower your or raise your jack, go ahead and pull that little piece off. The tool with the rigid part right there slides into the slot, and you can lower or raise it with the tool. Now the whole jack is going to have a nice sturdy steel construction with a black powder coat finish, so that's going to help resist rust and corrosion. And you also see we have this nice wide base down here. It's going to make for a nice platform for the jack to sit on while it's lifting your vehicle. Now you're also going to get 3 replacement 11 amp fuses to replace in the back of your remote in case any fuses were to blow. Now when you're all done with your maintenance, we can just lower the jack. Now when it's not making contact with the vehicle anymore, we can just go ahead and pull it out. But you do want to make sure that you lower it all the way. There is a safety stop, so it's going to automatically cut off the power from your remote once it's lowered to the point it needs to be. It's also going to make sure that it fits in your case properly. Now you see the power is just cut off there, which means it's lowered properly. We'll go ahead and unplug the 12 volt. Now we can wrap up our cords. Now once you have all your cords wrapped up, you can just set it in our box. We want to make sure we get the 12 volt and the remote sitting in their correct spots right there. And once you have it all packed up, we can shut our case. lock it up. Now we're ready to go ahead and throw it in our trunk, and now we can hit the road. But that's going to do it for our look at the Performance Tool electric car jack.